Hello everyone, my name's Grovel. This video is going to be about Telegram. If you are a furry and you have an interest in Telegram or you've never used Telegram, what is Telegram? Well, Telegram is a messaging service that lets you connect to people, furries that are in groups. It can also be used to look at what's called broadcast channels. It can be used to see announcements from furry conventions. There's a lot of things that Telegram is great for, and I'm going to go over that in this video. So, very first thing, you're going to want to make a username. So, you're going to want to go to Telegram's website. It would be, well, telegram.org. So go there, pick out, depending on what platform you are. If you're using PC, Mac, Android, it works just fine on a phone. I use it a lot, and it's actually one of my main platforms that I use for broadcasting on there, and I'll go over a bit more later on in the video of what a broadcast channel is in Telegram. So let's say that, okay, you got your username set up, and now you're wondering, okay, how do I search? How do I find furries? Okay, well, one of the easy things to do is you could simply do a search. Now, when it comes to searching, there are a few things you need to keep in mind. For one, not all furry groups are public when searchable. Now, if you're wondering why, it could be that they don't want spammers to join the groups, because that can be an issue. And when you join groups on Telegram, you might occasionally see this come up where there is a bot that comes in and they join, and a lot of times they have protections there where it will boot out the bot that was causing advertising, and that's one of the reasons why they may make the group non-searchable, because if it's not searchable, there's no way for them that they could join without what's called an invite link. So an invite link is what you would need to join a private group. If you're not able to if you're not able to search for the group publicly, then you're going to have to get what's called an invite link from an admin of the group to join it. Now, this is when it could get a bit complicated, because if the group is private, then how do you know it exists? Well, there are a few solutions that I can bring up. One of the things I could mention is a website. This website is called Telegram Fur List. It will not show all of the furry groups that are using Telegram, because in order for them to be on this list, they have to be registered to the website. A few of my groups are. One of them would be the Stockton Furs here in California, and I also have my broadcast channel called Grovel Reports. I do a lot of broadcasting weekly on sharing information on what's happening in the community. So I prefer having that easy to find, and this is one solution that you can use. But let's say that there is a group that you're trying to find in your state, let's say Oregon. Well, if you don't see it on here, then one other thing you could do is you could try searching. You could put the state name and add furs or furries and see what comes up. If you're still not able to find anything, then one other solution you could do is to try to look up a convention that's in your state. Now, a second website you could use for that would be called furrycons.com. I've looked at this before, and it shows a lot of conventions there that are furry. It also shows if it's gone virtual, and especially nowadays, having virtual events is great because you can still interact with friends and you can make new ones. And if you're learning how to use Telegram, then now that you have an option to use Telegram to meet with those furs. So all you have to do is just look at the calendar. You can separate. You can go by category and try to find a convention that's in your state. And when you do, you can try to type in that convention name, and hopefully it will come up on Telegram. One thing to keep in mind though is that not all furry conventions use Telegram. You will see a lot of what's called unofficial Telegram groups that are for conventions. There are a few that will say official, and those are run, they're supposed to be run by the con staff. If you're not sure, definitely would want to ask that in the group if you join it, and you should be able to get an answer right away from an admin there. Now, when it comes to groups, there are some things that I will add to keep to, that way you can be aware, is that there are what's called broadcast channels. Broadcast channels are mainly to post announcements. A furry convention can do this. I use an announcement channel myself for my reporting. You will only be able to read what is posted. You will not be able to comment on it unless they give the ability to in that channel. Now, the next type in Telegram would be a group. A group is where you can interact with other people or furries. You can chat there. You can also use what's called stickers. There's a lot of stickers, and if you're wondering what stickers are, they're basically, they could be animations, they could be images of things, either someone's persona, it could be someone's favorite thing. I've seen furs post pictures, it could be food, just basically a whole bunch of different things when it comes to stickers that you can think of. There's so many. I was trying to think of just some, but there's just too many I've seen. So that is a very quick, it's kind of a quick summary of what you could expect on Telegram. One thing I should point out is that even though there are public groups, if you search for them, you need to keep in mind that if you join a group, if they have bot protections there, you will need to complete what's called a bot check. So it will have you fill out, not fill out, but you would type up something there, either a number to prove that you're not a bot. And then once you type in the correct number, then you'll be allowed to chat there. Another type of thing you will run into when you join a furry group, at least that I've seen, is that there is what's called a waiting area. let's say you search for a group, you find it, you join it, but you notice that, wait, there's only 10 furries in here and there's a lot of restrictions. Well, the reason for that is it's what's considered a lobby. A lobby is what admins might use to do what's called screening. It will let you talk to them, but nobody else in the group. And they might ask some questions like, are you a furry? Do you live in this state? There are some groups that prefer to only have furs within their area, and you will run into groups that are perfectly open. They are fine with meeting other furs that are from a different state, maybe in a different country. It's completely up to them, and once you let them know that yes, you are a furry, let's say you are from this state, and they're fine when like, hey, welcome, then they will give you an additional link to join, and you can go into their main group, and you could see maybe 500 furs in there, could be 1,000. The range of groups is so large. You will see groups that are large, small, and in between. So I hope that this info will help you out. And if you have any questions, please be sure to leave comments down below, and I will do my best to answer them for you. But I'd say I should end this video here, and I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video.